There is a towing enforced sign, but it says that that's for anyone who's not a customer, which I definitely am, slash was, slash whatever. Hey friends, so it is the middle of the night, and I'm getting some last minute stuff ready to go for tomorrow. I'll be driving to Austin and spending a couple days with my sister before making my way over to Galveston to board Adventure of the Seas and go down to Cozumel and, Costa Maya. It's a 5-night. I'd never gone out of Galveston before, so this will be a new adventure, and I'm driving, so it's going to be a little bit of a journey. But I'm not sure what I'll show you as far as Austin goes. I may just kind of like skip ahead after this and go straight into like, being in Galveston or whatever. But we'll see how it goes. And yeah, but I still got to shave. I still got to shower. I'm not quite done packing, super last minute. But at least I'm driving, so I don't have to worry about, planes and all that stuff. And I can leave more or less whenever I want tomorrow. And I don't have to like pack as properly as I normally do. So yeah, but this is the official start of this vlog series, Adventure of the Seas out of Galveston. We'll talk soon. This cruise was actually directly adjacent to Thanksgiving, so Heather and my niece Brooklyn were already at my house, and so we decided to drive back to Austin together. It's a long drive that I've made many times before, but it was nice having someone with me this time. And when we got to Austin the next day, my sister had to work, so we didn't do a whole lot, but then the next day we went to a place called Anchor Bar and had some food and a couple of drinks before I left for Galveston. I decided to book a hotel and stay the night before, and so as I was driving down, I passed through Buc-ee's on the way. If you don't know what Buc-ee's is, it's a huge, kind of cool and quirky truck stop, and people in Texas definitely love their Buc-ee's. Good morning, friends. So it's cruise day. I stayed at Scottish Inns in Galveston. This cruise is actually interesting because I booked this one a long time ago. This is one of the first cruises I ever booked, and it's the only cruise I've ever booked not through the cruise line. So I booked this through Expedia. Hasn't really changed much. The only difference is that making changes to the reservation isn't as easy, and obviously I had to make the payments and stuff through Expedia, not through the cruise website. On the website they didn't have a remaining balance or anything for me in the cruise planner, so I kind of had to like work on both sides of things. So I don't think I'll do it that way again, but I did get a good deal. The reason I booked it through Expedia and not through the cruise line directly is because the same cruise through the cruise line, they were charging me a solo supplement, and Expedia wasn't, because they had some studio cabins that I could be in, and for whatever reason the cruise line didn't have any more available on their site. So yeah, that's the story there. But this was literally booked like probably a year ago or more at this point, but that's okay. I'm excited. Every time I tell somebody I'm from Texas, they're like, do you go out of Galveston? And I'm like, actually Galveston's not close to where I live in Texas. I drove here. It took me about 10 and a half, well, it took me 9 and a half to get to Austin, and then I hung out with my sister for a day and a half, and then I drove down to here, and that took way too long, over 4 hours. But if I was driving direct from El Paso to Galveston, it would take me about 10 and a half, 11 hours depending on traffic, which is kind of ridiculous. I could drive to Southern California in about the same amount of time, so that's why I always fly, or at least almost always. And yeah, this hotel does have a breakfast, but I missed it. I woke up in time, but I wasn't hungry. So no breakfast, no coffee review either. They have some coffee in the room that I can make, but I'll check on my way out if they have any in the lobby. And if they do, I'll do an update for the coffee review. If not, then we'll have to skip that this time, unfortunately. I'm about to check out, literally 10 minutes to check out. So, and then I've got to park my car in a adjacent lot, because this hotel, the reason why I chose it is because they're actually going to hold my car for me here, included with my stay. So it worked out really nicely, and I'm glad I'm not driving down to Galveston this morning, because traffic from Austin to Galveston is kind of crazy, which is why it took me so long last night to get here. So it worked out so far, and I'll keep you posted on how embarkation and all that goes. But yeah, that's enough rambling for now. I am looking forward to this one. I don't have a drink package this time, so we'll see how that goes. And I'm debating whether or not I want to get internet because I forgot to pre-purchase it. It's been a busy week for me with family and stuff, and I was a dummy and forgot to pre-purchase the internet before the window closed on that. And so we'll see. I might be fully disconnected this week. But anyway, I'll take you with me. We'll see what we see and do what we do. And of course, we'll talk soon. So I left my hotel room and went down and checked out with the front desk. And then I went to look for a parking spot. The area that I had planned to park in was actually full, which was a little bit surprising, but there was tons of parking in the back of the hotel complex. So I decided to pull my car around and park in a space over there. All right, y'all. So here I am in the car. I mentioned that I stayed at this hotel, Scottish Inns, because it included cruise parking. What I was told last night is that the cruise parking included any outside parking space, but they also have covered parking. Covered parking, I guess, is only for those who are currently staying in the hotel, which is fine. But the front lot where I wanted to park is full, but this back area that has all these empty spaces, not sure if you can really tell. Oh, there we go. It focused a little bit there. But anyway, no one is parked over here. There is a towing enforced sign, but it says that that's for anyone who's not a customer, which I definitely am / was / whatever. So, you know, that should be fine, but it is kind of unnerving that there's no one else parked over here and I'm leaving my car in this empty lot. It's all fenced in and everything, so you know, I'm sure it's safe and everything. I just don't want to get towed. But I'm going to confirm with the front desk on the way out one more time, and that should be good. I also did mobile check-in kind of late, so my arrival window's on the later side. It seems like every time I sail Royal Caribbean, I have a later window for some reason, but so I'm going to do the safety video and everything right now, because you can watch that in advance through the app. And then that way, when I get on board, I'll just go to the muster station and they'll check me off and it'll be real quick. And I'm going to Uber over there. I'm about 1.5 miles away from the cruise port. It's actually technically walkable, but it's kind of like through neighborhoods and awkwardness. So the Uber's $8. I just looked it up. Hopefully an Uber will come all the way out here to get me, but if not, I'll ask the front desk what options I have for getting there. But anyway, that's the update for you all now. I know these last couple of clips have been me rambling and such, but just updating you on what's happening, and we'll talk soon. After watching the safety video and doing my initial safety drill stuff in the app, I did confirm with the front desk that I was allowed to park there without any issues, and so I called the Uber, and the guy picked me up within a few minutes and dropped me off at the terminal. They did stop the Uber driver at a checkpoint, and they made me confirm that I did have a cruise, because like a lot of cruise ports, the area is restricted access, but the person was really nice about it, and it didn't delay things too much, and before I knew it, I was being dropped off in front of the brand new Royal Caribbean cruise terminal, and I dropped my main bag off with a porter, and then made my way inside to do embarkation. The way the terminal is set up is very efficient, everything is very clearly marked, and within a few minutes I was making my way up the gangway and setting foot onto the beautiful adventure of the seas for my first time ever. Alright, so a little bit of an update. I'm on board. Embarkation took like 10 minutes. It was very quick, very efficient. The new terminal is beautiful. Yeah, so all that's great. I think I mentioned this already, but I don't have a beverage package this time, so I'm going to have to be kind of strategic with how I order drinks. We'll see. We'll see if that makes sense for me moving forward. But, you know, trying to keep things cheaper this time around. And that includes Wi-Fi. I think I mentioned that too. I might not have Wi-Fi this trip. If I haven't, I'm debating if I'm going to get the Wi-Fi package or just completely disconnect. So, yeah. But I'm on board. Rooms don't open until 1. All of the cabin hallways are closed currently. So I'm just waiting. That's about, 30 minutes from now? Yeah. And then I'm going to grab some lunch as well. So that's what's up. That's where we're at. And we'll talk soon. So at that point, I was really hungry because I hadn't eaten breakfast, and so I made my way up to the buffet, but not before stopping and checking out the promenade on the way through. This is the class of ships that gave birth to the promenade concept, and 2 decades later, that's actually something that we're still seeing put on brand new cruise ships today. But anyway, I want to thank you all so much for traveling with me. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, all those fun things. We'll talk soon, and y'all have a good night.